Okay, so setup wise for me, again, I think on the right hand side you just looked a little bit further back. On the first couple we said the weight looked a little bit more sort of towards sort of the balls, you hit your toes. I think when we sort of stood on there and said where's your weight, you sort of felt a bit more balanced. So you've probably moved back, I don't know, an inch or two if that, to be fair. It's, again, more of a feeling. Visually it's not much different, but to me there's a little bit more of an upright sort of setup there rather than quite so far over the ball than you were. But other than that, I mean, swing looks sensitive. Yeah, I mean, again, the thing is that's someone who's having a lack of confidence with their game. Head down, so that's more like I take the golf ball, stand a bit taller with your chest. Now, setup wise, we said was that from there okay. Big issue with the swing was the club was sort of going back, fanning with the wrist, getting way on the inside now, and just basically behind you too much. We then said the club's got to start going back a little bit more, kind of in front there with that club face now pointing down to the club face now, kind of more in line there with your spine, and that's kind of what we're looking for. Okay, once that club gets whipped inside there, you're going to struggle big time, okay, because you can't get the club. There's a lot of wrist hinge, the club gets higher now. The arms are in the sort of same position, but how much higher the club is, it's actually higher than your hands, because you just sort of gone and whipped it up there really quickly, rather than keeping it kind of down. So as the club sort of goes here, the arm's in the same position, but your left hand one is up there. So the club's higher, there's more wrist hinge and forearm rotation, whipping the club kind of up here and in a position where really you've got to come back in only one way and one way only, and that's going to be coming from that direction. Because your face being that far open, if you don't come back over the top, the ball just starts over there and will just continue to go further right or just stay over there somewhere. Again, no benefit to you really. So, as we said, because of that, top of the back swing, there's your over the top move. Club now at this position, now it comes down to level with your hands. You can see way outside, hands are a long way from the body, reaching out there, not much control, and your left foot now you can always starting to spin because you're trying to stay on your back foot to try and sort of help the club come into the golf ball somewhere, just to not shank it. Okay, very weak shot off your back foot, losing power, losing control, high right, and confidence rock bottom. Okay, so there's your backswing now. Okay, not quite as far as you were, but not a problem. Okay, not losing distance now because you're getting a more of an efficient angle into the golf ball. So your arms from here, as we said, are going to drop. Okay, so more of a drop from the top of the backswing there now. As you start coming into hitting area, there's your club. You can see your hands now a lot more under the shoulders there. There's less reach out there. Your club is slightly outside, but at least from there, club is pretty square. It's a little bit open, which is fine, but it's more of a...
better than what it was.
Gotcha, yeah, exactly. Your right elbow's more into your body. You see the gap there between your right elbow there and your body. There's a daylight between there because your arms are just throwing it, and it's only that much difference that we need to adjust because after all, the club face and the sweet spot is that much from the hosel. So you've only got to be a little bit up there. With the arms coming in here now, the club as it comes in, you can see now, it's starting to come in more from the left hand side of the shaft there is left of the ball, where here now it's obviously right of the ball. So the shaft is further over, producing more of a heel strike. As we said, now from here now you're able to rotate your body, and that right foot now is starting to move with actually some movement because you're now confident the ball's going to go more in that direction. And like I said, the reason why your path is that way is because your golf ball's going that way, purely because the club face. And you evolved the further and further left swing you could get to stop it going further right. And actually the more and more you did that, the progressively worse it got. So we set back to sort of start of the lesson there. We changed the club face initially, going back, get that club face going back more hooded, okay, staying more of a closed position, pointing down. That's going to get the golf ball now to sort of square up with the club face. So if your path does go left, the ball now just goes over there somewhere. And in time, once you start seeing a lot of the left of the golf course now for a change, you'll start going, well, I don't want to go to the left hand side, I want to go more towards target. You'll feel more comfortable with the arms coming more from in here and dropping rather than over the top and out to in. And you'll start getting more control.
Just repetitiveness.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. You kind of know what the feeling is now, okay? And like I said, for you, we worked on the club face for the first sort of half an hour or so, got the club face working better. Once the club face is in a better position, not wide open, you started seeing the ball going a bit more to the left, and in time, that path will start gradually changing from where you're going. So from there's a really good position, that club now coming back nicely on plane to the golf ball. Hands are working down here into impact. You've got a chance there, so good strike. The ball's going to start just left of target, and you're in it, I know, 140, 135 with a 7-iron, with not really 100% your effort. You could swing it faster if you needed to, okay, but you don't need to yet. Because you just get the ball, get the ball in play. You've got more clubs in your back to go further than 7-iron. If it's 150, 160, you can hit 6 or 5 or whatever. Same with every club, as we said, but just build it up gradually over time with a bit of confidence rather than trying to swing so much over the top. Okay, once you get control of this club face, you've got a chance. Does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely.
Have it that, mate?
Yep.